Welcome back to a Clan a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today, we journey through the rich and intricate history of Clan Drummond, a family whose roots are deeply embedded in the Highlands and whose story is filled with loyalty, romance, and fierce battles. The Drummonds are a Highland clan with a history that traces back to ancient times and stretches across the landscape of Scotland, from the high ground of Stirlingshire to the battlefields of the Jacobite risings. The name Drummond is believed to have originated from the parish of Drymen in the western district of Stirlingshire. In Gaelic, the name is Drummonds, which signifies a ridge or high ground, a fitting name for a clan that has stood tall through centuries of Scottish history. According to tradition, the Drummonds can trace their lineage back to Maurice, a Hungarian nobleman who is said to have been a son of George, a younger son of King Andrew of Hungary. Maurice is believed to have commanded the ship that carried Edgar the Atheling and his sisters, including Margaret, later Saint Margaret of Scotland, as they fled from England to Scotland after the Norman Conquest. When their vessel was driven ashore on the Scottish coast, Maurice's gallant conduct earned him the favour of King Malcolm III, who granted him lands in Drymen. This act marked the beginning of the Drummond legacy in Scotland. The recorded history of Clan Drummond begins with Malcolm Beg, a chamberlain on the estate of Lineage and a direct descendant of the Hungarian Maurice. He married Ada, the daughter of Maldwyn, the third Earl of Lennox, and by this marriage further secured the Drummond family's status and landholdings in Scotland. The family's loyalty was evident from the start, with two of Malcolm Beg's grandsons swearing fealty to Edward the First of England, a complex allegiance in a turbulent time. However, it was Malcolm's great-grandson, Sir Malcolm Drummond, who firmly established the Drummond name in Scottish history by supporting Robert the Bruce during the Wars of Scottish Independence. It was Sir Malcolm who famously advised the use of caltrops, small metal spikes, to thwart the English cavalry at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. This clever tactic played a crucial role in the Scots' victory, and Clan Drummond's loyalty was rewarded with extensive lands in Perthshire. The Drummonds' influence continued to grow in the 14th century. Sir John Drummond married Mary Montefix, heiress to vast estates in Stobhole and other lands in Perthshire, cementing the clan's status as one of the prominent families of the region. Their daughter, Annabella Drummond, became Queen of Scotland when she married King Robert III, bringing the Drummond bloodline into the royal house. This union meant that all subsequent Scottish kings and many European monarchs would carry Drummond ancestry in their veins, a testament to the clan's lasting influence. The 15th century was marked by both prosperity and conflict for the Drummonds. Sir Malcolm Drummond, the eldest son of John, married Isabel Douglas, the Countess of Mar. Tragically, he met a violent end, captured and imprisoned until his death by a band led by Alexander Stewart, the infamous Wolf of Badenoch. Despite this loss, the clan's power remained intact, and Malcolm's brother John took over the leadership, guiding the clan through turbulent times. The Drummonds were staunch supporters of the royalist cause, aligning themselves with the Stuart kings. During the Jacobite risings of the 17th and 18th centuries, the clan's loyalty to the Stuarts was unwavering. James Drummond, the 4th Earl of Perth, converted to Catholicism and became a close ally of King James VII. When the Jacobite cause rose in 1715 and again in 1745, the Drummonds were at the forefront, fighting bravely in battles such as Falkirk and Culloden, Unfortunately, their staunch support for the Stuart cause came at a high price. The clan's lands and titles were twice forfeited following the failed risings. It wasn't until 1853 that the title of Earl of Perth and other forfeited titles were restored to George Drummond by Act of Parliament, allowing the family to reclaim its legacy. The Drummonds were not only warriors, but also influential in cultural and political spheres. The clan produced numerous bishops, scholars, and statesmen who contributed to the intellectual and spiritual life of Scotland. In the 18th century, James Eric Drummond, the 16th Earl of Perth, became the first Secretary General of the League of Nations, showcasing the clan's ability to adapt and thrive through changing times. Today, the Drummond family continues to celebrate its storied past while embracing the future. The Clan Drummond Society works tirelessly to preserve the heritage and traditions of this remarkable family, ensuring that the tales of bravery, loyalty, and leadership are not forgotten. From their ancient Hungarian roots to their pivotal role in Scotland's history, the Drummonds remain a symbol of resilience and strength. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of Clan Drummond. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of A Clan a Day podcast. I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, go an airy and both are leet.